Whew. This will be 100. There's 100 hiking videos in like 3 months. That's because sometimes, well, most of the time, no, not all the time, but it's 2 every time. Sometimes even 3. But I just started doing that recently. I got the stealth bomber in the last one, that was cool. But it was a shitty flyby. If it comes back, I'll be ready. But it probably won't. And last year when the stealth bomber came, and all the planes that they used that day for flybys, all of them left trails. Every single one of them. Stealth bomber especially. It was total chemtrailer. And they made sure of that because they wanted everybody to see that. So then nobody's gonna think anything. Fuckers. We saw the stealth bomber, it was leaving a trail too. Yeah. It was poisoning you too. Right in your face. And you're going, whoa. See how it works? But they want everybody, they're normalizing that fucking, you know, because the stealth bombers, what? The good guys. So if it is chemtrailing, then there's no chemtrailing, that's just what happens. Brainwashing is a dirty game. They're just conditioning. And on the TV, you turn on the TV, everything is, it's all brainwashing. Everybody said, oh man, this shit don't work on me. It takes a while of waking up to be able to watch that shit and not be influenced. You have to be completely awake because it just, you know, I mean, you can't, any event or anything you hear, it could be absolute BS. They create stories. Fuck CNN. Oh man, I'm saying too much. Well, everybody remember a few years ago, something happened in Orlando. I'm gonna try to code word this. It was a LGBTQ club, and somebody supposedly went in there, some Middle Eastern guy went in there and mowed down like 50 people or more. And I remember seeing that, and I was fucking tripped out on that. I mean, that shit worked on me then. I hadn't woke up. And that whole thing was BS. In fact, that news network I mentioned was the one who actually produced the PSYOP, or whatever you want to call it. It was a complete, they did the whole thing. Somebody had put out some videos with their cell phones where all the injured people and shit were being carried, and like people that were half dead, and they were like, you know, carrying people in the back. Somebody said, cut. And they dropped the dying people. The dying people stood up and walked away and shit. It was like, what? Like, whatever. And why don't we ever see, oh, look at that. What is that? Oh, it's a deer. Why don't we ever see crime scene photos anymore of anything? Used to get them sometimes. Deer grazing on that mountain. Here, like all these shootings that have happened, you'll never see crime scene photos, ever, because there are none. None of them are official crime scenes whenever they do it. They give it away in certain ways because you can't fake everything. Man, what the fuck is that trying to fly in my ear? Damn. Now, is that... You see the sun out by the ocean? So what's that up there then? Because there could only be one point. You know, the sun is only one. There's only one sun. People have seen two suns a lot. I've never really seen that. I've seen a few times. I've seen this where it looks like, because you can see the sun setting over the ocean. You can't see the sun, but then you see it behind that though too. So maybe that cloud will move. And look, they still got the fucking layer of fake. That's crazy, man. And I don't think that's a fresh layer of sprayed stuff. It's just, they've sprayed so much that it's in the clouds that it makes, maybe. Or maybe these are ones they've been spraying because they spray them over there all day. That's a trip wherever I go work, like in El Segundo and all these places, and they're spraying big time over there. They're spraying everywhere. It's not, they don't just spray one, good trail for LA. When I was working in downtown LA, I was noticing that they were trailing much lower, closer to the people, or whatever you want to. And they're really centralizing the spraying on downtown LA. Well, this video is probably not gonna get promoted. Who cares? This is 100. Look how crazy that looks. That is not natural. If you think it is, look at that. That's fucking insane. It's the Matrix. I'm almost to the top. I can cruise across. Oh. Bell's Balcony. Should be Pat's Panoramic. I don't know who the fuck Bell is. So now it's 2026. Seems like their doomsday plan is behind. Seems like everything else anybody else does. They even procrastinate. They gotta milk the system. They gotta still buy up more property. So I think we got more time, because they have to have the money to to do the disasters and then buy all the properties. And it's because right now, I mean, it's for what they want. You know, they need some bad shit to happen to a lot of residents. We've seen how they do it. I would imagine that another round of something is coming. Oh, I see somebody. Unless it's a bear. No, it's a person. Two peoples. And a dog. Yeah, I see New Year's Day people want to do something. Before I started recording, the first portion of the trail past the gate, there was a guy and a girl smoking a joint on the side of the trail, and they thought I was gonna crash the party or whatever. I don't think they spoke any English. I said Happy New Year. Just rolled on. It was odd to see that. I don't want to get all racial, but they look like illegals. Which I don't give a fuck about. As individuals, you know, the problem is out of hand. So I'm not gonna do any good fighting the individuals. So a lot of the individuals are not bad people. A lot of them are, though. Hey, doggy. Here you go. Oh, he's beautiful. Hey. Oh, good boy. You're beautiful. Look at you. How you doing? Happy New Year. Look at a little, how cute. They got a little baby in the backpack. See those blue eyes on that dog? The whole family. See, that's what's more like it. Right after the rain. That's like a family with balls. I mean, you used to see that all the time up here. But of course, since they closed it, you don't see it. That's why you got to be selective with the signs that you read. And I'm sweating like a motherfucker. Whew. So this is going to be video 100. On the first. Let's see if I can do if the year goes, because I'm expecting a tough year. But then last year was supposed to be tough and it didn't. You know, who knows if they're still gonna lay back another year, let things build, working on people's minds, a few FFs, some psyopage. I'm telling you, that whole CK issue, anybody talking about that issue and says, and they're coming from, or they have the opinion that he is gone, that they assassinated him, they're part of the play. Nick, I'm not going to say it because you know that guy Nick talks about the little hats, young kid. Yeah. Well, he won't even entertain the thought that he is alive. So that tells you he's going firm on the narrative. And there's no information to back that up. So, but he wants to just, you know, hit the gas pedal and speed right by and not even fucking think about that shit. So he's part of the play. Anybody you hear more than anybody else, it's part of the play, even if you like what they're saying. That makes it easier. You know, with everything you do, it's them playing the good guys that how they control everything. Because without that, the good guys would be led by random voices, and they would be voices like mine or other voices that are going to be way too truthful and say things that you're not allowed to say or know about or whatever. And then listen to that water, that's loud. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen, that's water is loud, man. Whoa. That's my little area right there. I bet in my area, that fall that I was working on, that thing's probably cranking. And the part that I built, is I built some, I walled it up right, that shit got washed off, for sure. Listen to that. That's fucking bitching. It's like rapids. Oh, I feel there's a little stream here now. Trip on. Cool. Whew. See if any of the bears are home. Fuck, that stream is just... Whoa. Rapids. Oh, that's insane. Good thing I've had that rope there, because that's the only way to get down now. That other way is gone. Unless you're going to go down here some way, and fuck that. Alright, I'm going to cut this one off. Happy 100. Well, it only means something to me. So if it doesn't mean anything to you, I don't give a fuck. Happy New Year. Let's hope this year doesn't go so quick. Everybody enjoy your day. Eat tamales and all that shit. Bust pinatas. Alright, I'll turn it back on if something interesting happens. Peace.